Hi everyone, my name is Caitlin and this is my fourth episode of Flosstube. My pronouns are she, her, and it's Halloween. Well, no, tomorrow is Halloween. Today is Sunday, October 30th, but we're getting a little Halloweeny with the wig. I didn't put on my whole costume, but I've got my wig. I've got, if you can see, some butterfly temporary tattoos. I have the tattoos on my face right now because I had a Halloween party yesterday. The kids and I threw a big Halloween party, actually kind of a massive Halloween party. It ended up being a lot bigger than I expected. So I've always, like I said, I've always loved Halloween. I've never really thrown a Halloween party though. Growing up, I would have friends over after trick-or-treating for sleepovers. In university, my roommates and I would always go out on Halloween, get dressed up. But when I moved back home after university, most of my friends here are not really that interested in Halloween, or at least they weren't then. So dressing up for Halloween kind of went by the wayside for a while. And then I had kids, and of course when they're really little, we do trick-or-treating, which we're still doing now, but they were too young to really have a party. And then there was COVID, so there was no gathering. And yeah, so this year I thought I'm gonna have a Halloween party, and I sent out the invitation before I really had a chance to second guess my idea and stop myself. And I invited a ton of people because I expected that, you know, a good portion probably wouldn't be able to come. And then pretty much everybody invited ended up being able to come. So I did have a couple cancellations just before the party with, you know, the people with their kids getting sick. But all in all, we had about 20 adults and 17 kids in my little townhouse yesterday, all afternoon, well into the evening. And almost everybody dressed up. All the kids are in costume. I'd say 90% of the adults showed up in costume. I did say in the invitation that if they showed up without a costume, I would force them to wear something I had, but I didn't end up doing that. I was nice, but everybody had a really good time. One of my good friends played bartender because she's much better at it than I am. So we had some really nice cocktails and lots of good food, and the kids we just kind of let them go nuts. They were in and out of the house, in the front yard, in the backyard, upstairs, downstairs. You know, there were balloons for them to play with. At one point we had a cheerleading competition because my daughter changed into her cheerleading costume from last year. So it was really, really fun. And like all the best parties, everyone was gone by 8 o'clock last night. So it started at 3:30. But yeah, so 8 o'clock, everybody had gone and the kids got to bed and I had some quiet, and it was really, really fun. So anyway, so this is part of my costume. My daughter, the costume she started out with was a fairy, and she insisted that I be her fairy mom. So I got my wig, got my butterflies, and I have wings and all that, but I didn't bother putting that on right now because the wings will get in the way of doing Flosstube. So, but I'm a little bit dressed up for Halloween. So, and I'm going to be wearing it again tomorrow, probably when I go to work, because tomorrow Monday is Halloween, and my work usually we do something. So get dressed up, they have pumpkin carving and snacks and whatnot, and then I'll pick my kids up from school. They also will be dressed up for school and then come home, have dinner, and go trick-or-treating. And they're very, very excited. Halloween, of course, is huge. It's the best thing ever when you're their age 7 and 9. That's kind of peak trick-or-treating, dressing up years, right? So yeah, so happy Halloween to everyone. I hope everybody has a good time tomorrow and stays safe. But yeah, so I don't have tons to show. So getting ready for my Halloween party the last week was really, really busy. I spent most of my evenings cleaning and grocery shopping and doing stuff getting ready for the party. So I didn't do a ton of cross-stitching, but I did do a bit. And you may have noticed, if you follow me, my channel, last week, in lieu of a Flosstube episode, because this episode should have probably been filmed last weekend, I instead did 24 hours of cross-stitch, which is the first time I've ever done it. I have heard about it for at least a year, but I always seem to hear about the 24 hours of cross-stitch weekend after the weekend is over. And this time I actually heard of it before. So I decided it was a weekend I didn't have my kids and I had nothing really planned. So I did it. And I didn't do a full 24 hours. I got to 20 hours, which is pretty good. I got a ton of work done on the cross stitches I did work on. But I didn't make it to 24 hours. It was just too much. But it was really fun, and I definitely do it again, depending on, you know, what happened with the weekend, what weekend it falls on. So yeah, so this episode is a little off. This is usually my off week for Flosstube, but I got an afternoon to myself, and I decided that I would film because I missed filming last weekend. So I'll show you what I've been working on. So I do have some different stuff. I got a bunch of packages that I haven't even opened yet, so we'll open that. I've got an FFO, some finishes, and I really only worked on a couple of cross stitches this week, like I said. I'm going to show you something else that I worked on, a sewing project. So another reason why I didn't work on a ton of cross stitch this week was because I was working on my son's Halloween costume. So my son has a love of spiders. One year he was a spider when he was a lot younger. I think he was about 3. And this year he just could not. We went to Spirit Halloween, we went to Value Village, we went to Walmart, we looked at all the costumes. He just couldn't decide what he wanted to be. And I don't know whether he brought up the idea or I brought it up, but we ended up deciding he was going to be a man being attacked by spiders. So we got an old jacket from Value Village and went to the Dollarama and bought a whole bunch of plastic spiders, and I spent the last 2 weeks sewing them on this jacket for him. So I'll try to hold this up so you can get a good. So we've got a giant one on here. Let me hold it back so you can get a better idea. There you go. There's the front. We've got a whole bunch of spiders, and then the back. It took quite a while. Originally he was like, "Oh, we'll just sew them on," but I was really afraid that they would just fall off. So, or not sew it on. He suggested we glue them on. And I was afraid they were just going to end up falling off. So I sewed each individual spider onto the jacket. We've got a little egg sac. Sorry if you have arachnophobia. I sent a picture to one of my friends who hates spiders, and she was just like, "Oh God, you're a better mom than I am." But I don't mind. These are fake. I don't like spiders, but these are fake, so that's okay. Here's another little egg sac. So this is just felt from the dollar store, and one side of the felt is sticky, so I just cut a bunch of random pieces and stuck it on, and then sewed the spiders all over it. And yeah, anyways, he was really happy with it. The little clear spiders actually glow in the dark, so that'll be fun to see when he goes trick-or-treating tomorrow in the dark. So yeah, because I live in Canada, up north, although I'm not the most north part of Canada, but I am up north. For us, it's dark when we go trick-or-treating. It's this time of year, it's already pretty much dark by 5:30 at the latest. So when we go out trick-or-treating, it's pitch black, which is a lot of fun. So yeah, so he was really happy with his costume. And then added to this, we got, oh, my Alexa is talking to me. I don't know why. Okay. So on Alexa, off. I don't know why that happened. Yeah, so added to this, so for my daughter, for our fairy costumes, we got some temporary tattoos, butterflies, and for my son, I ordered some spider tattoos, and so he has some spider tattoos on his face and neck, so it looks like he's being attacked. So yeah, they had a really great time at the party yesterday, and they're very excited for trick-or-treating. So it was a lot of, I wouldn't say it was work. It took a lot of time to sew all the spiders on, but it wasn't really work. It was something, just like cross-stitching, it was something that I could do, you know, just sitting watching TV or drinking my coffee. So, and I like doing stuff like that. And I told my kids, you know, it's fun to come up with your own costume ideas, something that's a bit different. So anyways, so probably won't fit in next year, unfortunately. Maybe it'll fit my daughter. Maybe she'll decide to use it. But if not, it was still worth it. So that was a lot of hours of sewing. So next I have an FFO. So this is my first, I keep calling it a flat fold, but I don't think it's a flat fold because it's not folded. but it's my first finish that's not in a frame. So I took my finish that was from the Crossstitch magazine. This was Haunted Pumpkin Trio, and look at a good look at that. There you go. So yeah, I had some cardboard, and I just sewed it with, I got some ribbon. Of course, everything now is, all the Halloween stuff is on clearance at Michael's, so I got a bunch of nice ribbon, and I had some fabric left over from another project. So yeah, I just did that, and I put it on my Halloween tree. It's very cute, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. It's not perfectly even, which bothers me. This is a little skinnier than this side, but it's okay. For my first try, it's okay. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy. I've never done anything that wasn't in a frame, so this was fun. And frames are expensive, so it's fun. It's nice that I can now do something a little bit different. And I really love this fabric. This is also Michael's fabric in a little package. And we put it on this side instead. It's a little spooky mad scientist, or maybe witch's shelves. Anyways, it's fun. I enjoyed that. So yeah, so that's on my Halloween tree. Of course, the Halloween tree is going to be going down soon. I know I went looking for stuff for the Halloween party, and almost all of the Halloween stuff in the store is already gone because it's being filled up with Christmas. So I'm not quite ready to decorate for Christmas, but we'll see. I do also love decorating for Christmas, but I probably won't do the switch over on November 1st. So my second finish is another one from Crossstitch magazine, and this is the, oh, wrong way. This is the upside down bat. Yeah, so get a good look. So very cute. I really like it. All of the floss is DMC. None of it is the called for. I didn't have any of the called for colors that they were asking for. So I just kind of went through my random assortment of flosses and picked some that I like, and I really like how it turned out. It's really good. The moon's a little bit, maybe a bit light, but yeah, I thought it turned out pretty well. I'm really, really bad at doing French knots. I have to work on that, but I'm happy with how it turned out, and I think I might do similar to what I did with the Haunted Pumpkin Trio. I might just cut this out with some fabric and some cardboard, and not to hang on the Halloween tree, but actually maybe add up here to my gallery wall. But yeah, I like it. I'm really happy. This is one of the projects that I worked on during the 24 hours of Crossstitch. I worked on 3 different projects that weekend. So this one, when I started before the weekend, I had half of the frame done and nothing else. And I got a lot. I finished the frame, I did the tree, and I think I just had started the bat during the 24-hour Crossstitch weekend. So I did get a lot done. So your eyes kind of start to go wonky after that much time cross-stitching. So it was fun. It was nice to see how much progress I made over 20 hours of working on it. But yeah, it's my hands started to hurt a little bit. My eyes were getting a bit sore. My back was sore from sitting. So I'm glad it's not every weekend. So, and then my other finish, this was before the 24-hour cross-stitch weekend, and this is my ghost face. I finally finished him. So there you go. Very happy with him. He is going to go in my basement, my movie room. I have a frame, and it's either going to be for this or it's going to be for my fragile masculinity piece that I finished. I haven't decided which one, but it's going to get framed and hopefully go up soon. I haven't done it yet because I'm actually thinking of rearranging my basement, and if I do that, then I'm going to have to move all of my art on the walls anyways, so there's not really any rush to get it done and hung if I'm just going to be moving everything. So yeah, so I'm really happy with how this turned out. It's fun. So those are my finishes and my FFO. Like I said, I didn't get a ton of finishes or done a ton of stuff done. But so the other things that I worked on the 24-hour cross stitch weekend, I worked on my chopping mall. It's still in my nerd shoop, which I am very much enjoying. I started working on Freddy Krueger. So this was completely empty before the 24-hour weekend. I didn't finish it on that weekend, but I came pretty close. So 2 or 3 nights ago, I finished off the last little bit, which was all the black on the sheep and the lettering and his feet and eyes. And everything else pretty much I think I got done on last weekend. So yeah, it turned out really well. It's so funny because looking at the cross stitch pattern, the printed out pattern, when I was looking at it, I kept looking at this on the cross stitch pattern. It's like, what is that? It just looks like a whole bunch of white and black together. And then when I saw them up here, I was like, oh, they're sheep. Okay, this is a stack of sheep. So yeah, but yeah, I'm pretty happy, and I don't know what I'm going to work on next on my chopping mall. I'll have to pick something. Although now that Dark October is over, not that necessarily matters because I stitch spooky stuff all year round, but we are getting closer to Christmas, and I have some Christmas projects to start, both Christmas themed project and projects I want to make as Christmas presents. So this might get put away for a little while I work on that stuff. So that's going to be part of my plans. So yes, I worked on this, and then just a second, I also got some good progress done on my Supernatural Sal, my Witchy Stitcher Supernatural Sal. So before the 24-hour cross stitch weekend, hang on, let me fold this over. Before that weekend, I finished the Djinn, and I really like how she turned out. Put her up close, very pretty. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So I finished that one before the 24-hour cross stitch weekend, and then on the 24 hours of cross stitch weekend, I did the angel. So I changed the angel a lot. I mean, the actual pattern stayed the same, but I changed all the colors basically. The original pattern had the whole body was in black and the wings were like a beige and browns, I guess. And I just didn't want it dark. I like, you know, not all supernatural creatures are bad, and I wanted, not that black means it's bad, but I just wanted a light angel. I wanted something light. There's so much black on this project that I just wanted something a little bit different, a little bit of a different color. So I did like a beigey for the body, and I did some DMC Etoile like silver, so it's a little shiny. Let's see if I can get up there, if you can see the shimmer with some gray. And yeah, I'm really happy with how that turned out. So I'm getting there. I'm not caught up, but I am getting there. I've got the top half done, so I still have to finish the frame on the bottom, but yeah, so I've got 8 done, and I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah, so same thing with the chopping mall. I may continue to work on this a bit, or it might get put aside to work on other stuff, getting ready for Christmas. I didn't bring out any of the projects that I planned to start yet. I have kitted up. I had showed you the 2 projects for my kids, so they're not necessarily going to be Christmas presents. They both know that I picked them, but if I can get them done before Christmas and framed or FFO'd, then they might be part of their Christmas present. We'll see. But I do want to start those, so I probably will start those this week or next week. I do have some actual Christmas patterns. I forgot to bring them. One is a gnome holding hot chocolate that I'm going to work on. And I'm not sure if I have another one. That might be the only one. I do have an old Crossstitch magazine, a Christmas one, so I might do what I did with the Halloween Crossstitch magazine and just pick a couple of small projects to work on to add to my tree or just to add in decorations. So yeah, we'll see. I do want to work on those. I do have the two for my kids are kitted up. I'll have to look at the Christmas gnome and see. It's a lot of reds and browns and silvers, so I probably have a lot of the floss. I do have to pick fabric though, so that might be tougher because I'm not sure what fabric to use. So next time I will hopefully have that completely kitted up and I'll be able to show it to you. So, and maybe we'll have started it too. So that's everything I worked on. I did a lot of cross stitching over that weekend, of course, and in the evenings the week before I did do a lot. This weekend I didn't do much, but I did a lot of shopping. So I have not even opened up these packages that arrived because I was so busy the last week that I just got them from my mailbox, took them downstairs and dropped them on my desk and didn't look at them again. So I know basically what they are, but I just haven't opened them yet. So these are all Etsy purchases from a variety of shops. So I've got this right here. I'm pretty sure this is a Needleminder, so let me get this open and I will share it with you. Since I'm starting more projects, I needed more project bags and more Needleminders. Of course, needed, right? Needed. But I saw this one and this is cute. Little, thank you. I mostly order from Canadian Etsy shops just because either there's no shipping fees or the shipping fees are really low. I have nothing against from other countries, but a lot of times the shipping costs are really, really a lot. And I don't blame the makers at all. They have to cover their costs, of course. But if I can get something that's more local, that's going to be a bit cheaper for the shipping, then I usually do that. Unless it's something that's really unique and I really desperately want to get. So yeah, little Needleminder. Oh, this one is so cute. I'm very happy I got this one. Oh, a little piece of bubble wrap. This is Paws. I had to get this when I saw it. I thought it was too cute. And let's see if the card, I can't remember who the maker was. I'm hoping the card has the name of the shop on it. Hang on, as I fiddle with this piece of flat plastic. Let's see. Does it say? It does not say. It's just a little card. But there you go. Little paws. So cute. Hang on a second. Let me see if it says on the envelope. It does not, but I will look it up and I will include it at the bottom like I usually do. So if you want little tiny Needleminders, they're very cute. These are very cute. I'm pretty sure I've gotten another Needleminder from this shop as well. I can't remember which one, but it might be my I was crazy before the cats Needleminder. Yeah, so now we got the big ones. So you can guess what these probably are. So this is from Stitchtoolbox on Etsy. Stitchtoolbox. Feel bad sometimes for all the plastic garbage from shipping. Oh, look at that. And it came with a little treat. That's nice. Put that for later. Okay, so yes. This one, nice little vinyl front project bag. I love the pattern. Very cute. And it came with a little, this is a Needleminder. That's nice. Yeah, neat little skull needleminder. It's very cute. So this is by, yeah, Stitchtoolbox. And there she is. She's on Etsy and Facebook and Instagram. If you want to check her out. This is really beautiful. I love the colors. I love the fabric. So now I can get up another project. And then we've got this one, which is, oh, I know, I'm pretty sure this is from Gamma's Treasures. Let me just check. Okay, yeah. Yeah, this is another beautiful project bag from Gamma's Treasures. I have a couple of hers already. And she's another fairly local Etsy seller, local to Ontario. Thank you. So that's nice. This one I also had to get when I saw it. Look at the cats. They're so cute. Oh. Yeah, I had to get that. And then the inside. Take the inside part out. There we go, Gamma's Treasures. We need to focus. Focus. Oh, come on. Okay. Wow. Gamma's Treasures. We got a nice little, I'm not really sure what these are for. Needle holder. But I love this fabric. This is the same as on the inside. So just has little sayings. Home is where my cat is. You know, all you need is love and a cat. So yeah, that's very pretty. This is very soft fabric too. That's nice. So yeah. So there we go. That's everything. So happy Halloween. Happy stitching. Hope everybody has a great week. And watch a horror movie. If you don't like a horror movie, you know, watch something else fun. What did my kids and I watch that they really enjoyed? Oh, we just watched the Muppets Haunted Mansion, which was really funny. I think I got a bigger kick out of it than my kids did because I'm the Muppets generation. They were really big when I was little. I've always loved the Muppets. So that's on Disney Plus. That was a good one. If you're not into things that are really, really scary, it's a good, quirky, funny, sort of spooky in a childlike way movie. So happy Halloween. Have a great week. Get lots of stitching done. Get out and enjoy the weather before it snows. If you're somewhere that it snows, it's starting to get really cold here. We've had frost quite a few mornings. I'm playing chicken with my furnace because I don't want to have to turn it on yet, but it's getting quite cool overnight and in the morning. So we'll see. That might have to happen pretty soon. Anyways, stay spooky and I will see you soon.